So the hate is already starting up. Two guys decided that, hey, we want to go viral, spewing signs with hateful rhetoric and misogynistic undertone, really overtones. Because, you know what I'm saying, it's pretty much there when you say women are property and slaves for you blacks for Trumps. Hello? You know what I'm saying? That's you. You know what I'm saying? But it's all in the name of the rich getting richer, right? We wanted a better economy, and people are already using the top 10 richest people getting $60 billion richer as a sign of things to come in the Trump candidacy. Even though this is happening in Joe Biden's economy, you know what I'm saying? But we're not going to attribute that to him. And even if we did, would it be a good thing for the richest people to be getting richer right now? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I don't know. For all you poor folks out there that voted for Trump. Especially when Fed Chairman Jerome Powell, see why they don't like you, when he says that the economy going forward under Trump is definitely an unpredictable and unforeseeable thing, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't have a lot of trust in what's going to happen with all these tariffs that y'all are so ready to bring on. But the ensuing narratives of election fraud seems to have taken center stage on social media among both Kamala supporters and Trump supporters, with Trump supporters going back to 2020's election to say, oh, yeah, see, we got it robbed because look at how well Trump did this year, as opposed to Kamala's looking back and saying, why did they do so poorly? When I could say one thing, as far as my opinion, why Kamala did so poorly. You got multiple demographics that think like this. Us black guy, chaotic truth. You know what I'm saying? Talking to his viewers today about how Donald Trump could negotiate reparations. And we all knowing that that's a bunch of hogwash, that's so far-fetched from most people's imagination, yet this is a conversation that's being had today. When we gloss over things like this as well, bomb threats to many polling stations among all the swing states, which Donald Trump won every last one of them. Voter turnout being as little as it was, maybe that had something to do with it, right? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe just people were disinterested as well. Then you have many minority groups like the Arab Americans who feel a sense of distrust amongst the Democratic Party. Now that, I feel like, is the biggest problem and the reason why she lost. You know what I'm saying? Kamala lost because she couldn't convince Americans that she had a plan that was different from Joe Biden's. And that's not to say that the racism and misogyny definitely didn't play a factor in any of this. But the biggest issue is that you didn't come with a good message and a strong enough message. And obviously it's because you had maybe 2.5 months to actually go at this thing and campaign on your own as a separate candidate from Joe Biden. So I will say that she did pretty well for somebody who had a short amount of time to get shit together. But I must say to the minorities, especially the Arabs that I'm speaking on, as far as the ones in Michigan who saying, we warned you. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, you voted third party. Hopefully you didn't vote directly in the demise of some of your own Arab brothers across seas who will become, you know what I'm saying, probably targets to more hateful rhetoric. And even another ban, remember, Trump in his first 100 days in office passed a fucking executive order, or, you know what I'm saying, that was the Muslim ban. It ended up being overturned and all, but that still affected millions of Muslim countries or Arab countries, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, bro, I feel like one thing about the minority vote, even though it was slight shifts, the fact that there's even no slight shifts is baffling to me because you're definitely voting against your interests. Let's just say, we know, I ain't going to say let's just say, we know that Democrats don't hold the interests of everybody at heart. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be real. The Democratic Party is not a great party for everybody. But if you want to put the Democratic Party and the Republican Party and see who has the interest of the people, and I'm talking about even the people that you rural American white people out there in these different little rural areas and suburban areas, man, your interest ain't going to be met either. I honestly believe those are the dumbest voting bloc. They want to say the uneducated and blah, blah, blah. That's of course, whatever. But in particular, white working class Americans that voted for Trump, well, I just don't get it. You won't see a dollar, bro. You will be paying for these tariffs that you swear is going to boost our economy. You will be paying for that wall that you swear is going to keep all the immigrants out. And you're going to be paying for the inflation that Trump says is going to go away with just drilling, baby, drill. Just saying, man. But again, man, I won't be too pessimistic. This definitely should be a wake-up call to Americans to galvanize and understand that the fight for our liberation doesn't start at the ballot booth. It starts way before that, man. And I'm not telling people to not vote, but I'm telling people, man, it's shit that's way more important than voting, man. And a lot of y'all is failing to realize that, man. That's the reason why you can vote people in office and then complain about how they never do anything for you. Either you're not paying attention, because anybody that vote for the Republican Party at this point, if you're not rich, you're a dummy. You're a complete dummy. But at the same time, hey, we all human. We all have issues. When the Republicans can, number one, I just can't even say it, because number one, if you really look at it, Republicans ain't even do as well as Trump did. Every other Republican candidate, especially election deniers, took strong hits to their support this last election, man. So we can't even say Republicans. It's really just Trumpism, man. And honestly, can Trumpism last after Donald Trump? I don't think so. So it is light at the end of the tunnel, but it's still like we got a real big ideological problem here, man. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how can we fix that, man. How can you convince LGBTQ voters who voted against their own interests that they was doing the wrong thing? How can you get black voters that voted against their own interests to realize they were wrong? I mean, some of these things have been happening since the beginning of time at this point. So it's like, it's hard to say what's truly the right thing to do, you know what I'm saying, in this situation. What's the right way to reach people? But I do gotta say, man, the Republican Party tapping more and more into the minority groups has become quite scary, bro. Quite scary, man. It's like, when you can convince a nigga that Trump is a better candidate than the black woman, whether you believe she black or not, I mean, her daddy Jamaican, nigga. That's all I've got to say about it, man. But come on now. It's wild, bro. And I'm not saying vote for her just because she's black, but this is a qualified black woman that speaks gracefully and has a well temperament, as opposed to this angry white guy who's after nothing but revenge, man. I don't get it, niggas. Arab people. Your people were banned from the country, bro. They couldn't travel in and out the country, man. It's something about that, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Like, but man, what y'all think about this stuff, man?